Hey everybody, welcome back to the Dice Matrix. My name is ET, and today I'm going to be doing something fun. I just got the Dragonbane RPG system. Santa Claus was very kind to me, and they have a solo adventure called Alone in Deep Fall Breach. Before I play it with players, I wanted to become familiar with the system, so I thought it was neat that it came with this solo adventure in it, so I thought, well, I'll play that. But to play that, I need to make a character, and that's what this video is about. I'm going to make a character my first try, so if I make too many errors, don't punch me in the face. I mean, you can punch your screen in the face if you want, but if you see me on the street, don't punch me in the face. But let's make a Dragonbane character. Here we go. Welcome to making a Dragonbane character. So the first thing we need to do is choose a kin, which is kind of like a race in most systems, and you can be a human, a halfling, a dwarf, an elf. You can even be a mallard, which is a duck race. You can also be a wolfkin, which is like a wolf humanoid, which is pretty cool. So here's, some humans. Guess I'll get that out of the glare for you guys. Sorry, humans, elves, dwarves. There's the wolfkin. There's the mallard. You can be a duck people. And there's the elves up here in the corner. So, yeah, sure, I could min-max everything, but I thought it would be fun is, my idea is I wanted to play something a little unusual. So I wanted to play, the first thing you pick is your kin and then your profession, which is like your cast. So I thought I would try a halfling. So the first thing I want to do is record these things. So I have two abilities as a halfling, which is ability is hard to catch, which you have 3 willpower points. And it says you can activate this ability when dodging an attack. You get a boon to the evade roll, and a boon is basically like advantage in the D&D world, so you'd roll 2 dice. And if you're not familiar with Dragonbane, it's a roll under system. You're trying to, most of the time, roll under your scores of your skills in this game. And the second, oh no, that's the dwarf's ability. Okay, so let's get recording that. So the first thing I need to do is I'm going to be playing a kin. It's going to be a halfling. Not written very well, but I assure you it's on my page here. So, and then I'm actually going to be for my profession, I'll read off what you can be, but I'm going to be a halfling knight because I just don't feel like you see a lot of those. And like I said, this isn't probably the min-max thing that you want to be. You also need to choose your age of your character. By choosing an older age, it gives you more, basically, like wisdom and stuff, like more skills, you've had more experience, but it'll drop your crucial physical abilities like your agility, your strength and stamina and whatnot here. So, okay, so, I forgot to note my ability of my halfling, which is the hard to catch. It cost me 3 willpower points. You can activate this ability when dodging an attack, gaining a boon to the evade roll. Okay, yeah, sorry. I probably already read that, but that's all right, just for my own whatever. So that'll go under here. So I have hard to catch. And I'm going to put WP3. So in this game, you get willpower points, and obviously based upon your stats, which are through here, and your willpower is right here. So that's your actual ability, and you get your points based upon that. So let's go to my age of my character. I already know I'm going to be a profession knight, but you have to kind of determine this, or you're supposed to determine. I guess you can do whatever you want before you actually roll your abilities, your attributes. So there's a chart for age here somewhere. So profession, I am going to be a knight. Let's go ahead and write that down here. So I don't know if I mentioned all the stuff you can be here. So you can be a, put this here. So you can be an artisan, a bard, a fighter, a hunter, a mage, a knight. That's what I'm going to be. A merchant, a mariner, which is really cool. A thief, a scholar, And those are your, like, I think 8 or 10 professions there. I wasn't really counting. Felt like 10. All right. So, as a knight, I have my key attribute is strength. It says down here at the bottom, so I should probably show that to you guys here. So down here, it says that my key attribute is strength. My skills are beast lore, hammers, myths and legends, performance, persuasion, riding, spears, and swords. So that is what I am going to go for under my skills. Let me record those and then jump right back to the video here. Okay, so I've marked a little check mark so I wouldn't have to turn back of all the little things that are my main skills that being a knight give me on this page right here. I have a heroic ability called Guardian. So that'll go under my abilities and spells. So I'm going to write down Guardian. And it says, it doesn't say here, but on the page it may show me how much willpower points I need to spend for that. All right, now I need to kind of determine my age of my character. So we will do that. Move the dice out of the way. Okay, so age. So the age is really interesting when you choose the age of your character, because based upon your age, you get different effects. So like if I'm young, I get, you get your 6 base skills that I showed there, like weapons, performance, riding, all that sort of stuff, plus 2. So you'd have a total of 8. So you get to choose 2, and then it shows your attributes of agility and con. You will add plus 1 to it after you've rolled and plugged them in. If you are an adult, there is no modifier. So you've kind of like, you're not as spry as you used to be with a lot of this stuff, but you do have 2 more skills. And if you're older, you actually get 6 additional skills. So you have your 6 plus 6 because you're wiser, but your strength, agility, and con are -2 after you determine your role. But then your intelligence and willpower is +1. So you're to increase those by 1. So the question is, what age of my character? I feel like, boy, I do like a lot of skills, but I am, you know what? Whew, this is pretty tough. I do need a good strength thing, so just in case, I should probably choose young. Okay, so it only gives me 2 additional skill slots. So the age of my character is young. I'm just going to put a Y here for young. And I know that gives me 2 additional skills. Now I have drive rating. So now we need to roll. And how you determine this in the game is that you roll, and then as you roll, you plug in. You do 46, drop the lowest, and then you plug them in to a slot, and then it's plugged in. But at the very end of everything being plugged in, you can swap to, and then you'll adjust any modifiers for your age and stuff. Okay, so we need to, you know what? I made a generic dice tray. I might as well use it here. Okay, so let's see what we can do here. Let's put it on this side. All right. Oh, wow. Look at this. 6. I rolled 3 6s and a 5, so that's an 18. Wow. The thing is, I get +1 for being young to my agility and con. So I should put that into strength because that's my key ability for being a knight. So my strength will be 18. Wow, I could not ask for a better roll than that. All right. Okay, this one not as good. So 10. And let's put the 10 in, boy, I don't think I'll be talking as a knight. Am I going to do a lot of talking to try? I can't. I do have persuasion skill. Let's just go under intelligence. You know, I'll put that under 10. I don't think that is as important for me, but who knows when you're playing, right? Okay, so 5, 4, 3 is 12. Okay, so that's not a bad one to put into willpower or charisma, but I don't know if I'm going to roll bad, so I'm going to put that under just so I have a minimal of 12. Now, I definitely want a good constitution because that's basically like your health in this game. So, come on, good numbers. Oh, terrible. So I got 322, which is 7. Ooh, I'm going to put that under and just hope I don't roll. That's going into charisma, so I still have constitution and agility, which I would get a +1 to. Plus, I can swap things around. If I roll worse than 12, that may be a swapperoo there for me. Oh my gosh, 9. Oh. Let's go under agility, which technically that would be a 10 if I leave that there. Okay, I guess that 18 at the beginning really haunted me for such a good roll. Okay, but this isn't bad. That's 8, 11. So that will go under here. The question is, I'm allowed to swap 2 abilities. I'm thinking, because that would be 18, I'd get +1, +1 would be 12, 10, 10, 12, 7. That's actually not bad. I guess if I wanted to look at it, I could look at my derived base attributes, which is on this page right here. And this shows me that does anything break it? So 9 to 12 is just a base chance of 5. So there's no way to, oh, actually, I guess I could get something to 13. So if I move that, so that makes sense. So I will swap my willpower with my agility. Okay. So that'll now be 12. And this will now be 9. And now, because I'm young, I get an additional bonus, which brings my con to 12 and my agility to 13, which kind of puts me in the next range here. So my final scores are going to be strength 18, constitution 12, agility 13, intelligence 10, willpower 9, and charisma 7. So, all right. So now I need to figure out the base. And what happens is I'm going to choose 2 more skills. Let me get a second to figure out what they're going to be. And all your things based upon your base chart will be doubled. I'll show you that in just 1 second here. Okay, so what I did was I went ahead and I get 2 additional skills. So I chose, being a young character, I chose crafting because it gives me a strength and axes. So I kind of went into an area that I'm strong at, although it might have been smart to do evade or whatever. So what you do is you go down your list and everything, you write the base chance of your abilities for everything, but in your stuff that you're of your actual skills, the 6 that you're given plus the 2 you choose, you get to double that number. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill those in real quick here. Okay, so I've got all my derived and modified abilities here, which I thought was interesting because I accidentally wrote down knives. I got my bad pair of reading glasses, so forgive me, but it's actually hammers. So you use the base chance, which will either be 3 to 7 based upon your ability scores up here. And if it's something that you have a skill in, it will be double that number. So for my final things here, for acrobatics, I've got 6, awareness 5, bartering is 4, beast lore is 10, bluffing is 4, bushcraft is 5, crafting is 14. I guess I expect on breaking a lot of weapons. Evade is 6. Healing is 5. That might be a concern. Hunting and fishing is a 6. Language is 5. Myths and legends is a 10. Performance and persuasion are 8s. Writing is a 12. Seamanship a 5. Sleight of hand and sneaking are a 6. Spot hidden is 5, and swimming is a 6. But under my weapons, because all the strength stuff I have will be 7s or 14s, and I am proficient in axes because that's one of the 2 I chose. I actually chose axes and blah, 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 blah. What was the other one I chose over here that wasn't my thing? It might have been crafting. But anyway, so Axes are 14, bows are 6, brawling is 7, crossbows are 6, hammers I'm a 14 in, and that means I have to roll that number or lower. Knives and slings I'm a 6 at using. Spears I'm a 14, staffs, depends on how you want to look at it, is a 6, and with swords I am a 14. So those are my abilities there. So now let's check and I thought I could roll just a random name, couldn't I, for my character? That might be kind of fun here. So let's move that aside real quick. So I rolled a 1, and my name is Snappy. Who doesn't like a snappy elf? At first, I looked under the wrong chart. So if you saw an edit there, it's because I make mistakes. So my name is Snappy. I'm a halfling knight. I'm young. Do I want to give myself a weakness? I think that comes up under choices next. Here, let's see. Weaknesses. Okay, so anything in green in the book are optional rules, and I think I would play with probably all but 2 or 3 of them, especially for the first play. I'm going to give myself a weakness because why not? Let's well round my character here. So 9, which makes my weakness a weakness of a 9 is I'm gluttonous. It says I take every chance I get to eat something tasty. I love it. So that will go under my weakness. Gluttonous. They say art imitates real life, and I'm kind of a glutton. It's a weakness of mine, but that's okay. So there's a gear chart here. Oh, we can roll for a memento, which I would much love to do here. So let's see, a 10 gets me what as a memento? What does that say? Sorry guys, I have my these are old reading glasses. So, okay, so 10 says a horn taken as a trophy from a monster. I like that. Does it have a spot for memento on here? Let's see. Memento, there is a spot for it. So I'm just going to write down horn trophy. So, and then I can refer to that later if I want. So I now have a memento. Down. Starting gear. Your profession determines what gear you can. Oh, I just overlooked that. You may roll or select one of the 3 sets of items based upon your profession. So let's see here. We'll learn this together here. Okay. Oh, gear. Okay, so let's just roll random. It gives me a D6 to determine, or do I want to choose? Let's just do random here. 4. So 4 is the middle one, and it says I get a flail or a warhammer. It's small. Oh, no. Flail warhammer. Yeah, small. Then a shield that's small. And chainmail. Am I good at warhammers? Oh yeah, because that's considered a hammer. Okay, so that's good. Okay, I was worried that I was about to say almost everything I'm good at as far as like strength-based weapons. Okay, so hammers are warhammer, small, shield, small, chainmail, open helmet, torch, flint, and tinder, and then D6 rations, food, and D12 silver. Okay, so let me record my stuff down here. So my armor is chainmail. And I'll have to look up that protection because I'm not sure what that does. And I may have a bane under. Okay, so, and it says I do get a helmet and a small shield. It says weapon and shield, so I'm going to have a warhammer. And I'm going to put plus SH for shield. Grip from warhammer, I'll have to look that up. Range will just be well, technically, I guess, every square is 2 meters, so it'll probably be, everything's done in meters in this game. Damage, I'll have to look that up. Durability and features, no big deal. I do have a helmet, which is, does it tell me specifically what kind of helmet this is? It says, it's just a, so I get a small shield, chainmail. It's an open helmet. Okay, so helmet, I'm just going to put, it's an open helmet. Armor, so yeah, I can put that. So the shield is small, so I'm going to put small next to that shield down there, so I have that information. And inventory, that's probably a kind of, so is flint and steel considered small or tiny? I'm going to put flint / steel. But I get also a torch, so I'll write that down. Okay. Oh, so I put flint and steel. Flint and tinder is actually how it's written here. Sorry, guys. I might be dipping below the book here because I'm trying to read over these terrible glasses. I apologize once again. Okay. So that's it. I just have to roll for food rations, which is a D6, and silver, which is a D12. So let's get that roll together. So I have 4 food rations and 11 silver, so I can buy stuff with. So does it tell me specifically where my food rations are on here? Features, inventory. I guess I can just put that under, wouldn't be tiny, it's probably small. So I'm going to put, I think I can fit up to 4 food rations as one item. So I'm just going to put rations times 4. And since this weapon is at hand, my warhammer, I don't have to technically, I guess, write it in my inventory. I know I have it over here as long as I keep it at hand. But if I ever decide to swap a weapon out, then I need to move that warhammer back into my inventory. A good thing to buy in this game also is a backpack, because it lets you hold an additional item, and the backpack itself doesn't take any space. Encumbrance level, I'm not near it, so I'm not even going to worry about that right now. But my encumbrance is half your strength plus, I think, 2, so it is probably 9. If not, I will double check that later. So I'm just going to put, that's the limit. I can double check that later. So technically, I guess 9 would be there. Stretch, rest. Okay, so willpower points, hit points. Okay, so hit points, this rating determines how much damage you can take. Your maximum number of hit points is equal to your constitution, but can be increased by the heroic ability robust. For more information about damage, see chapter 4. So my con is what right now? 12, so that would be my hit points currently. And first time I ever rolled up a character in Dragonbane. This is exciting. Exciting. Okay, so let's see here. My damage bonus, my strength is maximum 17 plus. So, oh, my damage bonus will be plus 6. I better, no matter what, I'm going to have a plus 6 plus whatever my thing is. So that's good. At least I know when I hit something, I'm going to smack it, hopefully, unless they dodge me. What else do I need here? Willpower. My willpower points. Now, I'm not spellcasters use willpower to cast spells, and other people usually use it for their special features, and mine is called Guardian. I need to look that up. Let's see. Willpower points are used for magic as well as innate heroic abilities. Your maximum will is equal to your will, but can be increased to the focused ability. So my willpower is not that great. I've got 9, right? So that means I have 9 willpower points currently. And depending on how much that Guardian is, I'm curious. Let's look at that Guardian ability here. Does it have a place where it shows me all the guard? Oh, here we go. Okay, so focus Guardian. Let's see what Guardian does. Just remember, I'm on page 25 here. So Guardian says Usually if you're trying to learn something new, if you don't, I think you get it automatically at character creation. You qualify for it. At least I would allow as the game master. Okay, requirement is axes, which I do have. Hammers, so obviously, or sword. So willpower, it cost me 2 willpower points for guardians, so I should probably record that under my abilities. So willpower is going to cost me 2 willpower points. And it says, you do not hesitate to take a hit to protect your friends. Not going to be a whole lot during my solo game, but you know what? I'm going to keep it because I may use this character as an NPC when I run the game. You and another player character are both within 2 meters of the same enemy, and the enemy tries to attack the other character. You can activate this ability to force the enemy to attack you instead. Using this ability can be done out of turn, and it doesn't count as an action, which is great because if you know anything about this game, everybody gets like an initiative card, and then you can either use it for an action or a reaction if applicable, but only one or the other. But the guardian ability doesn't cost an action or even a reaction, so that is fantastic there. Okay, very happy with that ability. Maybe not so much in my solo play, which it says I'm allowed to modify, but I'm not worried about that. Okay, so we've already done the derived. Oh, I didn't record my movement. I'm a halfling, so my movement is 8 meters. Where is my movement on the character sheet here? Movement right here. My movement is 8 meters, or 4 squares if you're playing non-theater of the mind. Damage bonus on agility, which my agility is 13. I need to look that up. I don't think that I get a damage bonus on... Oh, I do. Damage bonus 13 to 16 is D4. So if I do use a ranged weapon, which I probably won't, I would get a D4. And even though I wrote down here plus... then it's actually plus a D6 for my strength bonus. Nice. Plus D6, D4. So I need, I guess, basically to buy stuff. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything else here. Encumbrance. I guess I can make sure I got that. I guessed 9, but let me just double check here. So you can carry the number of items equal to your strength rounded up to your inventory without difficulty. Only the items written down in your inventory box. So my strength is 18, so it is 9. So I actually thought it was my derived ability plus 2, but it's actually, so I got it right by accident. Your weapons at hand do not count. Your helmet and armor do not count against your inventory. Up to 4 rations count as 1 inventory slot. Torches and lanterns lamp is an item. So I had those under the tiny, so I'll actually have to move that to inventory. Arrows and sling stones do not count against you. There's the backpack rule. Okay, and if tiny items can go into that. And coins have a certain thing. I don't have enough coins to worry about it, but once I go over 100 coins, they will start eating up inventory space. What is this? This is my appearance. I didn't even look to see how do I picture myself? Well, I'm a halfling, so I'm going to put not tall, but I'm going to put wiry. I don't know if you guys watched the movie The Replacements with Keanu Reeves and Gene Hackman, but the kicker was called The Leg, and he goes, oh, this guy's the leg? And it's like, I'm wiry. So we'll go with that. And what else do we have here? So I guess I could do appearance. Let me give myself an extra thing. So that is a D20. Let me give myself if it overrides my wiry, I may not take it, but let's see here. So I'm going to give an extra little roll, which is 9. And it says, I'm balding, depending on kin. I don't care, so I'm just going to still say, even if it says I don't, I am balding. I'm Snappy, which is my name. Snappy, the balding, wiry, obviously not tall halfling. I'm young, knight. I'm gluttonous. I like to eat a lot. This is amazing. Okay, so what else do we have here? I think that might be everything. Oh, I got to buy gear if I want additional gear. So Did I pass the gear page or do I need to go? Okay, Warhammer, one-handed, because I'm assuming small means light. 2d6. Its durability is 12, and it does a certain type of damage, bludgeoning and stuff. Okay, but let's see. My durability is 12, and that is that. So, the small helmet on here? Yeah. I didn't get a shield, did I? I think I need to buy a shield if I don't have. So, small. I have an open-faced helmet. Does it have helmet on here? Ranged weapon, clothes. Where is... Oh, was that on the first page? Open helmet, armor rating +1. So I'm going to do 1 plus, because I think if I'm not wearing chainmail, unless somebody specifically hits me in the head, it doesn't do any good. At least that's how I'm kind of reading it. But let's see here. So that gives me a total of soaking damage in combat of 5. Open helmet, uncommon. Bane on awareness rolls. So I check this box down here. And on my chainmail, I get a Bane on evade and sneaking rolls. So when I'm trying to evade or sneak in chain, I get a Bane, which means, of course, you roll 2 and then take the higher number, which is, in this game, worse. Excellent. Okay, so now, I guess now, let's see if I have 11, what do I have, 11 silver, it said? Do I have anything I can buy here? Because, gosh, I always feel like, man, I could use a shield, but it said I didn't get a shield, didn't it? I guess because this wants me to upgrade eventually to the bigger Warhammer where I won't need one because I'm a knight. I like to, I smack things around. So... Okay. Oh, it does say I get a small shield. Excellent. Okay, so a small shield. And the interesting thing about this in this game is the shields do not add to your armor rating, but it allows you to parry. And also I can use, if I have a shield, I can parry arrows at a distance by using my action card to do so. So let's see. Small shield has a... This is a range of 2, so I can actually use it kind of as a weapon. Okay, damage. I can use a small shield as damage for a D8. Wow, I didn't realize that. I'm going to write that under weapon shield, so I'm going to put... I'm actually going to write that separate, so... Small shield and damage is a D8. Excellente. And its durability is 15, which is fantastic. I didn't look up my chainmail. I don't know. Does it have a durability? Just in case. It doesn't list having a durability, but I'm sure we could find something if we needed to for it. And I think that's about everything I just need to buy. So I got my rations, the horn trophy, the torch, and the flint and tinder need to go up here technically. Got my weapons, got my starting stuff here. But I have my 11 silver. What can I buy with 11 silver? How much do things cost here? Oh, everything's gold. Eventually, I want that heavy Warhammer. So I need to get 20 gold to get to the good Warhammer here. So... do I need a ranged weapon? Am I even good at any? Is there any of them that I don't horribly suck at? No. So 6 is my best ability. I guess I could have chose 1 to be decent at. I mean, I could probably buy another cheaper weapon, but I'm happy with my Warhammer. But I feel like that's the only weapon I have. If that somehow gets dropped or broken, I'm going to need something else. How much is a hand axe? 2 gold. I don't even oh, actually that 11 silver is 1 gold. Do I take a dagger just so I can I could choose let's see here. What else do I have here that could not be too expensive to buy with my 11 silver? A spear. How much are spears? 5 silver for a short spear. A long spear is 1 gold, which would leave me with 1 silver piece, which I might do. It's got the long keyword, which means I can reach at a distance. That's actually kind of handy. So instead of being smart and buying more rations, let's get a long spear. So I'm only going to have 1 silver left over, and I'm going to get a long spear. And the features on it are long, and then also it has like piercing and whatnot. I'll worry about that later. Okay, so the long spear, it's 2-handed. It does 2d8, which is a little bit better than my 2. Maybe I should be fighting with the long spear. 2d8. I might be walking around with that. It is 2-handed, and technically I can reach, so 4 meters for my, because that's your square and the next square. Actually, it's the 1 square beyond it. So it's 2 meters is into the next square, 3 and 4 meters is into the next square. Okay, that's pretty good. Long spear also has a durability of 9, which isn't as good as the Warhammer, but that's okay. And I think my character is just about ready to roll. So anyway, that's Snappy the Elf. Sorry for any little mistakes I made. I know I talked a lot in it, but I was just trying to discover things as we went along, and had a good time doing it. So I look forward to me doing a solo play. I'm not sure if I'll record it because it seems like there's a lot going on, and I just don't have a lot of resources, like a lot of channels for multiple cameras and all the editing equipment. Everything I do is on my phone. So, but maybe I'll just show highlights from it of my solo adventure. We'll see. All right. Well, have a great one. And this time, this video is around Christmas. So, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, etc. Take care.